Conversations with my father. Piece 1. Freedom. A lengthy discussion. My parents tell me things. I have a cabinet for them in my head. I keep them there. I reference them as I walk the earth. But I can also grow a garden with them for others to appreciate, should they so desire to roll in shithole country dust. Because of this thought, this silent decision within me, my ink pours and pours again. I share now conversations on freedom. My father tells me he remembers the day the colonial flag went down and our flag went up. I assume he felt the way I felt the day I saw our neighbours dancing on the street because the last colonized nation, on this land we loved and often gave life for, was finally free. I understood none of it, but I wanted to dance with them. In fact, I did until my mother asked me what I was doing. I wasn't sure, but freedom sounded like a good thing. It made our neighbors gather their metal zester jam containers and turn them into musical instruments that they hit with recently collected sticks or filled with stones to shake as they marched down the street and chanted. Freedom looked liberating. I liked what freedom did to people. He tells me how he acquired an education, how the village, his family, came together to ensure he had more opportunities than they did because they were, by colonial standards, poor. That is a form of freedom if you think about it, even though the jail is made up. I digress. He tells me he remembers the schools in our village. He remembers how every morning the missionaries from abroad that came to tell us about God and save us from ourselves stood with sticks at the gates of the schools to beat the teachers that were local and looked like him and me as they walked past the gate to go and teach the children of the village. The children of the village needed hope and a future. Violence was apparently the only way to keep us in line, and in obedience of the clocks they brought us and told us we needed to abide by. Our parents tell me about our late president and what he said about freedom. They credit him with saying that sometimes you can keep a chicken in a coop to the point it forgets it has legs that allow it to run, and that it has wings that allow it flight from time to time, and if it has the courage to rebuke gravity and her captivity. You can coop a chicken until when you finally allow it freedom to wander, it simply stays in the same spot you have placed it, even though it is outside its coop. It will not walk, nor will it run. It will not stretch its wings because it does not know it has them or what they can be used for. It will not will itself the minimal flight granted to it by the universe that allowed it life, simply because a man kept it in a coop. My parents tell me many things. I have a cabinet for them in my head. I keep them there. I offer them as flowers to others as I walk the earth. Some have been known to keep them and use them. Others have opted to return them to me because to them, flowers are fleeting and are known to wither.